Great evening, everyone. We have 9:04 p.m. Eastern Time. Happy Wednesday. Thank you all for taking some time out of your schedule to have a conversation with us. And that's exactly what this will be, a conversation. So if you don't have any background noise, please take yourself off mute. If you do have background noise, then do me a favor. By all means, remain on mute. The young man that's going to bring the information to you tonight, he truly is the definition of a champion. He has a heart for the people. As he mentioned earlier, he is 5 days off of surgery. And because he is the people's coach and he cares for people so much, he is going to share with you tonight some things that can actually take your business to the next level. So without further ado, I'm going to present to some, but introduce to others, the master trainer, mentor, coach, pioneer, champion, Mr. Sonic Jones. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much, Nakia, for that introduction. Welcome everybody to our Wednesday evening Coaches Corner call. I'm excited to bring some information to you this evening. Actually, we're going to kind of revisit some information that I actually did at the previous boot camp, where we talked about the PS3 system. Excuse me, and I want to tie it into, and we're doing this call for two reasons. Number one, for a young lady who I don't even see on the call right now, somebody go message Gwen and ask her, Janice, ask her to get on this call right now, because this was actually for her. So this week's courtesy this week's training comes courtesy of Ms. Gwen Creighton. But tying it into the last training that we did with personality. So if you've been following along with some of the stuff that we've been doing, we really did a deep dive into personality training and why it's important, how not only it helps you and benefits you, but you can use the power of understanding people's personality to, I don't want to say control or manipulate, although I do a training on that. That's the training that Gina's asking me to do, how to control and manipulate the minds of others, but really using information on people to really hit their hot spots and get them motivated to do certain things. Once you know a person's personality, you can now plug into this system of PS3, which we're going to get ready to go into. And this system will actually do the work for you, because you can take the information that you know about a prospect, give it to your expert, and let them do all the work and help close your business. And so with that, here comes Gwen. All right, perfect. So with that being said, I took some time to try to put together just a few slides just to help go through some of this information, because I know a lot of y'all love the visual stuff and everything else. And we'll go through this. We'll do some role playing, and we'll answer some questions at the end and make sure that everybody has a complete understanding, because I'm telling you, if you really understood the power of how this works, I'm going to tell you that this particular system helped me literally put in tens of thousands of representatives over the years into business. I'm going to say that again. This system right here literally helped me put tens of thousands of people in business. And the reason that it works is because it is a system. So with that being said, let's do this deep dive into what we call PS3, where we're going to work the system. Now, if you've been around me for any bit of time, yes, we have a lot of acronyms in this business. This system is one of them. So for me, it stands for save yourself some stress, time, energy, and money. And by you plugging in a system, not trying to reinvent the wheel, not trying to do this yourself, but by plugging into a system that is duplicatable, that will allow you the ability to maneuver your business in a way that is rapid fire and that you can have a lot of success. Now, our PS3 system is very simple, guys. It's designed to help you particularly build and grow your business by allowing you to one, establish that there is a duplicatable system in place. What that means is, as you bring this along with your prospects, they'll be able to see, oh, wow, I didn't have to do a lot. There was actually a system, and people are able to follow systems. And that's what makes your business duplicatable and allows you that ability to expand. Next thing it's going to do is teach you how to take yourself out the way and let others help you build your business. Again, one of the beauties about our business is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So as long as you have, a really good, strong upline or sideline partners, it'll allow you to use the system to take yourself out the way and help you build your business. And then lastly, it's going to allow you to sit back, take some notes, master all of the different aspects of this system so that you can continue to duplicate it within your organization and have that explosive duplication that we always talk about. So that being said, PS3 simply stands for P is for pique their interest, S is for show them something, and then 3 is to close everything with a 3-way phone call. So again, this is not PlayStation 3. PS3 is for pique their interest, show them something, and then put a 3-way phone call in place to take yourself out the way and let the expert do all the hard work for you. Nothing easier than when we say we want you to come to work, but when you come to work, allow us to do the work for you. I think that's crazy, but that's how this system really works. All right. So what do we mean by piquing interest? Listen, piquing interest is simply the art of getting your prospect, whoever you may have interest or want interested in a business, asking them a very simple question. And that question is usually designed to get a yes. Again, that's an old lawyer's trick. When you can get somebody saying yes, 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 all through, when we go to close them and they say, do you see an opportunity for yourself? If they've been saying yes all this time, then they'll say yes at the end. So when we pique interest, we usually ask a question and it's usually designed to get a yes, but what you're effectively doing is getting permission from your prospect to take them to the next step. And we call this sorting. Remember, we're not in business to convince. We are in business to sort. We are in the sorting business, ladies and gentlemen. So some common pique interest questions that we've heard before. Number one, some of us have heard this before. I know Will uses this a lot. When it comes to making money, do you keep your options or your business options open? A person's got to say either yes or no. That's going to sort them into 1 or 2 categories. Either they're going to move on to the next step or we're done with the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. We are not in the convincing business, okay? So another common pique interest question that I used to use all the time, hey, if there was a way to put an extra $1,000 a month, and you can adjust that number, by the way, however you feel fit, but if there's a way to put an extra $1,000 a month in your account without you getting a second job, what you want to know about it? Guess what? The person has to sort themselves. They have to say either yes or no. If they say yes, ding, 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 they win. They move on to the next phase of the system, which is show them something. If they say no, you're on to the next one. Piquing interest allows you to quickly take your prospect and put them in 1 or 2 categories. Another common pique interest question, hey, listen, in today's economy, if you can add an extra paycheck to your household without a second job, would you want to know about it? Again, it's yes or no. Now, do you have to use these 3? The answer to that is no. You can use whatever pique interest question that you like that you're getting success with. Again, I would design it to get a yes, but you don't have to use these. These are just some common ones that I've used over the years and some of my partners have used and having a lot of success with. All right. So that's how you pique interest, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to overcomplicate this training today. That's the P for piquing interest. Now let's move on to the S. Again, the S stands for show them something. There's so many different resources that you can use to expose your prospects to their business. We have pre-recorded business overviews that you can use. This is probably one of my favorites. We have live business overviews. I know Coach Marcus does overviews live on Thursdays. You can invite them to, or you may be doing some live ones. You can invite them to a live overview. We have these industry validation tools. I know, Will has exposed a lot of people to, a couple different videos that some people like to use to expose people to the industry and kind of validate the industry of network marketing. That's just a tool that you can use to show them something. You have 2-on-1, what we call personal meetings. And I say 2-on-1. But most people say, well, I would just meet somebody in a coffee shop. But yeah, you can do that. That's a 1-on-1. 2-on-1 is you and your expert going and meeting them. Okay. So it's you and an expert going to meet the prospect. You're doing a 2-on-1 because, again, you can then utilize this 3-way system there live and in person after they finish watching or going through the presentation. All right. Then you got personal Zooms where you may have somebody in a different country and it may be 3 a.m. your time. But they're just getting off work in a different country or whatever. So you got to set up a personal Zoom. So there's different ways that you can show them the information. But the key to this particular part, the S part, is just to get them to see something. Now, the idea is, like I said, to get them exposed to the information at a predetermined time that is conducive for all three parties, meaning you, your prospect, and the expert that you're going to use. Okay. And those are the three people that's involved in that three-way phone call. It's you, your prospect, and the expert that you're going to use. Now, my personal preference are the pre-recorded overviews. Now, me personally, I've done overviews for both companies, one for HBN, and I've done one for Go Dasana as well. You can use them if you wish. I designed them for myself and I designed them for team members, but I've opened them up to everybody. So if you ever needed an overview and somebody says, yeah, I'd like to take a look at the information and you want to expose them to HBN information, you can go to overview.coachsonic.com and it'll take them to an 18-minute video that they can go ahead and review the information, and then you get them on a phone call with an expert and let your expert do the work to close them. All right. For Go Dasana, the website for that is godasana.coachsonic.com. These are not specific for me or for my team per se, where, I'm not telling people to join my team. I made them open for anybody and everybody to use. And these are just, again, at your disposal. I know Marcus, when he does his presentations on Thursdays, that he records them. If you wanted to send them to one of his overview, his recorded overviews, you can utilize that as well. It's totally up to you. All right. But I just wanted to let you know that, because I had people ask me, well, do you have something that you use and you share? This is what I use and this is what I share. And this is what I've gotten. Every three-way phone call that I've done with every single person that have come to me on my team and asked me to do something and they've used these videos, every single person has joined. We have a 100% closing ratio, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to let y'all know that. All right. And I do my best to update these videos as well. I've been kind of beat down and under the weather for a little bit. However, once I get my strength back, I'll be doing some new overviews and I'll be uploading them to those same different websites. So you'll continue to get updated information as I do that, if you chose to use those. All right. Now, once they give you a yes, meaning you've asked them the peak interest question, if there was a way, would you want to know about it? They say yes. Again, your objective is to move forward and showing them something. You're going to set up that mutual time. And here's the deal. They're only going to get the information, meaning they'll only get the pre-recorded video, they'll only get the Zoom information, a lock-in or whatever. Once they have confirmed they are ready to receive it. Once you've gotten that predetermined time, that's when you send the information. Do not pre-send it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not pre-send it. What do I mean by that? So you ask somebody if there was a way such and such, would you want to know about it? They say yes. You do not just send them the information. Okay. Your question to them, you're going to ask them, great, when will you have about 20 minutes and you can be in front of a computer or a large screen tablet so that we can go over this information in detail? Get a time from them. Okay. I'm going to stress this again. Do not pre-send the information. If you do, they're going to view it when they want, and then they're going to call you back and start asking you a bunch of questions. You have broken the system. You cannot do a three-way phone call with an expert. You cannot set up a time with an expert if you sent somebody this information and now they're just willy-nilly calling you. So your job is to get a mutual time set up. When will you give me about 20 minutes of being in front of a computer? You know what? Tomorrow, 6 p.m., I get home and I should be ready then. Perfect. I'm going to call you at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you're in front of a computer. We'll get you information and let's go over this information in detail. Your job should be at that point to confirm that time with your expert, your three-way upline or whatever the case is. Confirm that time with them and let them know, hey, such and such, I got a person that's interested in taking a look at a video tomorrow at 6 p.m. Can you be available for 3? Okay. Then and only then at 6 p.m. that next day is when you send them the information. I repeat, do not pre-send them the information. Okay. While they're watching it. So tomorrow comes at 6 p.m. You're going to call and confirm, hey, Charles, did you get an opportunity? No, are you, you're home in front of a computer like you said, so we can go over this information? Yeah, I'm home. I'm ready to go. All right, perfect. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send you a link to this video. It's only about 18 to 20 minutes long. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to call you up when the video is finished, and I'm going to have my senior partner on the line. This way, once you, if you have any questions, I want you to get all your answers directly from the horse's mouth. All right. So when it's time, that's when you send them the video. And then you're going to, while they're watching that overview, you're going to about, I don't know, maybe about halfway through, 10 minutes or so, you're going to call your expert and you're going to give them as much background information on that person as possible. And this information is what's going to allow your expert to then target certain information that they want to say to them. It's going to allow them to match their energy. Because remember, I taught you on last week's training that people like doing business with people that are just like them. All people care about is themselves. So when you're giving your expert information on your prospect, you're giving them as much as you can, but it's going to allow them to target the information, match their energy, and help them take down some of their defenses, because we can pretty much already figure out what they may try to say based on the information that you've given us about them. All right. So again, and this is what I just finished telling you. You just let them know, hey, listen, the video is only about 10, 20, 18 minutes long, however long the videos that you choose to use. And I'm going to call you afterwards with my senior partner on the line. So if you have any questions about the information, you can get the answer directly from the horse's mouth. Now they know that you're calling them directly up after this video. So they better sit there and watch it, because we don't got time to waste. B, they know you're calling them with somebody on the other end. So don't act crazy. Don't not answer the phone. Don't embarrass me, because I'm calling you with my senior partner online so you can get the answer from the horse's mouth. I'm making the connection. Okay. So you're going to let them know this stuff so that you can maximize everybody's time, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Start your timer when they're starting the timer. So you know when by time, like I said, about halfway through, you're going to call up your expert. You're going to go over your prospect's information, and then you guys are going to call up the prospect together once the video is over. Now, I want to go over this because I want you guys to understand the importance of edification, understanding personalities, and why when you use this on a three-way phone call, this system works flawlessly usually. Okay, between you and your prospect, you have that trust via relationship. So if it's your cousin that you're trying to get in business, or family friend, somebody that you went to school with, or you sit down and go to church with, or whatever, they usually have some sort of trust with you based on the relationship. But what they do not have is respect for you as a business owner. Why? Because they've never seen you as this super successful business owner. They know you as Cousin Kathy, or they know you as my neighbor Charles, or whatever the case is. So they don't really have respect for you when it comes to business, but they have trust for you based on the relationship. So your job is to edify the heck out of that expert. Man, talk about them like they are next to baby Jesus. You're going to talk about how successful they are, how knowledgeable they are, how helpful they are, how fun they are. And if you are paying attention, ladies and gentlemen, these are the personalities that we talked about. Successful really is going to equate to a shark. Knowledgeable is going to equate to urchin. Helpful is going to equate to that whale. And fun is going to relate to that dolphin. Again, I didn't make this slide up. As you can see, it's a little bit distorted. Right? I just grabbed this because the information doesn't change. When you edify your expert to your prospect, and you talk about how successful they are, and how much they know this information, how helpful they are, and things like that, what it's going to do is it's going to build up a respect between your prospect and your expert. And that respect, along with the trust that they have for you, is what's going to allow this triangle to move in sequence to get your prospect to the next level. Okay. So I want you guys to understand this is what we call an edification triangle, or a three-way triangle. So again, between you and your prospect, there's trust via the relationship that you have, but you're going to develop the respect between your prospect and the expert via that edification, ladies and gentlemen. Again, when you go to edify, you want to use your 4 personalities that we talked about on the last training, and this is what's going to make this phone call go more seamlessly. So when you're talking to your upline or your sideline, or whoever your expert is during the pre-call, so when they're watching the video or going over the information, you're talking to them about you're giving your expert information on them. Some basic information you're going to give them is the name. The sweetest sound to anybody's ears is their own name. So we need the name, ladies and gentlemen. We want to know the location. Well, where do they live? We want to know how you know them. We want to know, what their personality type is. Are they a dolphin? Are they a shark? Or whatever the case is. And if we paid attention to last week's training, we want to know if they're red, green, or blue. How do you know them? Somebody that you look up to? Is it one of your peers? Is somebody that looks up to you? So if I know, oh, this is a blue dolphin, we know, oh man, this should be a very simple call. They're going to move because they're blue, but they love to have fun. This is what I'm going to concentrate on and different things like that. All right. You want to know what they do for a living, ladies and gentlemen. We want to know their marital status, if they have children or not, if they don't have, if they do have children, what are the children's ages? Again, if you paid attention 2 weeks ago in training, Coach Seymour went over how having a child under the age of 18 in the household, you can pay them and it's a write-off on your taxes. I want to say it's up to $6,500 a year, but I haven't looked at the documentation in a couple of years. So I don't remember. But again, we hear certain things as an expert that we can use to close them. So be sure to let your expert know. Are they married? Do they have children? If so, what ages are they? Different things like that. And then lastly, what did you say to this prospect to pique their interest? I want to know, did you talk to them about business? Did you talk to them about, the products? Did you, are they interested in just losing weight? But what did you say to them that piqued their interest? So again, we can utilize that information so that we can close them better. Okay. So again, your expert's going to need that information so they can relate to your prospect as well as know any kind of weak points, and different things that they can really go after while talking to them, making it easier for them to close. On a three, and I know I'm going fast, I apologize, but this will be on the recording, ladies and gentlemen. On your three-way phone call, number one, please practice a three-way phone call before you attempt to do a live one. What do you mean? Some of y'all have never gotten on a cell phone. Now, look, some of us are old school. I still got a house phone in my house. Some of y'all are, some of y'all just got a cell phone and you don't know how to make a three-way phone call on your cell. I don't know how to do this. It's not the right time to learn right now. Like, we should have been doing this a while ago. So please practice how to do an actual three-way call between you and somebody else before you attempt to do this live three-way call, okay? All right, so again, when it's time, once that video is over, you and your expert are going to call up the prospect together. Your job is to confirm that they finished watching the information, whether it was the video or what have you. Then you're going to edify and you're going to introduce your expert and put your phone on mute after you've gotten confirmation that the expert is on the line. All right. So say this again, because this is the most important part for you to do during a three-way phone call. Confirm that they've watched the video. Hey, Charles, this is Sonic calling up. Did you get a chance to finish watching that video? Yeah, I just watched it. Perfect. Well, listen, as promised, I was able to get a hold of my senior partner, but before I introduce them to you, let me just tell you a little bit about them. Boom. Then you start your edification. It's that simple. Once you confirm, so without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you to Mr. or Mrs. Such and Such. Mr. Such and Such, Mrs. Such and Such, are you there? Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? I sure can. Go ahead and take the phone call away and put your phone on mute. Do not unmute for anything unless the expert asks you to. And do not interrupt that expert, as you will immediately de-edify your expert. All right. Again, powerful note, ladies and gentlemen, anytime you're introducing your expert to your prospect, always use your prospect's first name, but use your expert's last name. Again, we talked about the old lawyer's trick of getting people to say yes, 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 yes. This is another one. When you introduce your expert by their last name, it puts them on a higher pedestal, allowing your expert to move your prospect in the way that they need to be moved with this respect and edification triangle, ladies and gentlemen. It allows this call to go so much more smoothly. If you be like, hey, this is my boy Sonic Boom, you blew all the edification. No, do not do that. Such and such. This is Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. This is, Charles or Tanya or whatever the case is. Their first name, your expert's last name, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And here's the deal. Once you edify, if you've edified your expert properly, they are not going to ask them the silly questions that they may have asked you based on your relationship with them, because they know you, they trust you. the first thing they're going to ask you, well, listen, Kathy, how long have you been in this business? How much money have you made? Right? No, no. See, if you've edified the expert, they're not going to ask those questions because you've already told them how knowledgeable they are, how much fun they are, how successful they are. They're not going to ask them those questions. So you eliminate a lot of things. And again, it takes all the emphasis off you because a lot of times people just want to judge you. But we want them to judge the information. And by you putting them in this system, it allows them to now not only judge the information, but allows them to judge the system as well. And they can say, well, listen, Kathy didn't do much but put me on the phone with such and such. I can do that. Psychologically, ladies and gentlemen, you are introducing them into a system that they feel that they can do. I'm trying to, some of y'all will get that later. All right, here we go. All right, but during the call, again, the expert's job, because some of y'all are going to play the role of the experts, okay? During the call, if you're the expert, your job is to build rapport with that prospect, ask the prospect what they like most. Do not say, what do you think? Ask them what they like most about what they just saw. And by the way, experts, whatever they like most, that's what you like most. Oh, I love, how well those oils work. That's exactly what I saw, such and such. Oh, I like the money. I like that residual income. That's exactly what I like. I like the fact that, y'all ship worldwide and I don't have to put, I don't have to set up a payment processor system. That is exactly whatever they like, experts, that's what you liked as well. Because people like doing business with people that are just like them. Okay, so experts, ask what they like most. You're going to handle any objections that they may have. This is your job, experts. You're going to ask for the close, okay? And then you're going to turn around and re-edify the business partner so that that prospect will not have any kind of hesitation following the business partner, okay? That's an important part. A lot of times people miss out on that step, but when you hear me doing a 3-or phone call, you'll often hear that part as well, because it's now going to allow, because that person has edified me, but I'm going to turn around and edify them, and it's going to allow them to say, wow, I didn't even know that about such and such. Well, yeah, I definitely want to work with the both of y'all now. And it's not just everything's on the expert. Now it's back on the business partner as well. All right. Listen, the system works. So by doing the system, what it's going to do is mentally, it makes your prospects feels like they can do what you did. Like I just said, like I can connect the phone call. Like that's not hard. This is not hard. And then, and in essence, because again, all they did was introduce, the prospects. They can feel like they can do that. It seems more doable than doing a bunch of work. And this is why this PS3 systems work. And again, it's helped me put tens of thousands of people in business. Again, remember, in business, your objective is to grow your business. The system actually allows an amazing, simple, yet duplicatable way for you to grow your business and really concentrate on you getting your two. Now, because it's a system, and you can plug people into the system, not only will allow you to get your two, but they'll be able to get their two, and they'll be able to get their two. Everybody can plug into the system because everybody can make a phone call. Everybody can connect a phone call. This is not rocket science, but I'm telling you, the system works flawlessly. All right. Teach your new prospects the system, and then get the duplicating going inside your organization, and you can watch your organization grow. In my TI voice, expeditiously. All right. This is going to help fill out your matrix really, really quickly with partners and not just one-time customers. Because again, at the end of the day, really what you want is a matrix full of people getting people, not just one-time customer orders. All right. This grows your bottom line faster. This allows for success in the entire organization based on a simple, duplicatable system. Again, remember, the beauty of being in our business is you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So now you get to utilize, those uplines and sideline powerhouses to help you build your business, explore this duplicatable system, and everybody have success. So with that being said, we're going to close this out. And I say, let's do a role play real quick. Let's show you guys what a 3-or phone call may actually look like or sound like in real time. And then we'll break for any questions. All right. Let's see. Tanya. I'm going to get Tanya, and I'm going to get Nakia. Can y'all unmute yourselves for me?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Tanya, I'm going to have you play the role of the prospect. You're going to be the guest. You're interested in the business. And Nakia, I'm going to have you be the business partner. You're going to utilize me as your upline expert because I am, right? You're going to utilize me as your upline expert. We're going to do a three-way phone call to Tanya. Let's assume, guys, just to kind of speed things up, Nakia has obviously already piqued Tanya's interest. Tanya says, yes, I'm interested in, learning some more. I'm interested in whatever she used to pique her interest. I'm interested in an extra paycheck, without getting a second job or whatever the case is. What you got? We've set up a mutual time. And at this point, Tanya is almost finished watching the video. Nakia is going to call me up and give me information about Tanya so that I can relate to her. Then at that point, once we know the video is up, we're gonna say, all right, cool, the video should be done. Let's go ahead and connect the three-way. And then Nakia, let's go ahead and bring Tanya in. We'll set up a call and introduce and all that other stuff. You ready, Kia?
Yes.
All right, cool. So tell me what. So you called me up. You're telling me what information do you have about? Tell me about Miss Tanya. I know she's watching the video now. What we got on?
Okay, so she's in her late 50s. She
Okay.
is she is a mother. She has adult children. She lives in California. She loves to have fun, but she loves to help people. She is a massage therapist, and
Okay.
I know her from a previous business. So I know her that way. I've known her for some years. But
Okay.
again, like she loves to have fun. She's definitely interested in making more money. She is blue and she is a whale and a dolphin.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
can you hear
Sounds
me?
good. I
Okay.
can hear you. So all right. So I know her personality, guys. She loves helping people probably through massage therapy. And if we know Tanya, she's a dolphin as well. So she loves to have fun. And I'm going to utilize that information to try to connect with Tanya and remember, we want to build rapport as the expert. And then again, I'm going to use information later to close her and take away any kind of objections, anything like that. So, all right, cool. Video's over. Let's go ahead and let's connect the call.
Ring. Calling you, Tanya.
Hello.
Hey, Tanya, how you doing?
Hey, Nakia, girl, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Did you get a chance to finish watching the video?
Indeed, I just finished, and oh my goodness, I see
Awesome.
a
Awesome.
lot
Well,
that I can
just
do with it.
awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Just like I promised you, I was able to get some time with my senior partner, and I'm so excited for you to meet him. He knows 100% of the facts. He loves to have fun, but he also loves to show people how to have additional income without having another job. So he is amazing. Again, he's been in this industry for over 20 years and he just has a heart for the people. He's just very intelligent. He's a master trainer, so you're definitely going to learn a lot. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, are you there, sir?
Hey, I'm actually here. Can you hear me, Nakia?
I can hear you, sir. Awesome.
Perfect, perfect. Hey, Tanya, how are you?
Hi, awesome, Mr. Jones. How
Oh
are you
man,
today?
I'm so blessed. Thank you so much for asking, man. I've heard so many good things about you from Nakia. I heard you do massage therapy as well, huh?
Yes, I do, and I love it.
I love it too. Now I don't do massages, but I get them. I tell you that. I absolutely love getting them. Now, how long have you been doing massages, Tanya?
Since 2014.
2014. Listen, I've been getting massages for way longer than that. And I just wanted to ask, just based on what you do, have you really utilized essential oils in helping people heal before with massages, or are you just pretty much been using the lotions and things like that?
So I do both because I
Okay,
use it for myself as well as my clients.
okay,
I create that spa atmosphere with the scents and the music and everything to set the tone so that they can receive what I have to give them.
Nice, nice. Now I know she said that she had sent you some information on the
Yeah,
business, with our essential oils. And you got a chance to finish watching everything, is that correct?
I did. Yes, I did. And I love it.
Perfect. Perfect. What did you
It
like
ties
most about
into,
what you saw?
so I liked most that it ties into the self-care, and I can give people information because I talk to them as well about their natural health and their well-being. So I don't just massage, I get that relationship going prior to allowing me to do the massage because I have to make they're comfortable with me. So
Right.
especially if it's a first timer, it makes it a little bit easier. So the scents that I put in my diffuser, use a lot of lavender, but I want to use other oils to help get them, where they need to be as far as that homeostasis.
Got you. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, man. Look, I had to tell you that I just recently went to my masseuse last week and we have a bottle called Connect Oil. It's really good for the connective tissues and really helps loosen a lot of the knots. Um,
Mhm.
and the week before, I had this really bad crick in my neck. The massage really didn't do anything to help it. But once I bought this Connect Oil to them and I had her use it on my neck, look at this. I mean, I'm able to move freely. It's just
Wow.
amazing. And if there was a way for you to incorporate, now what? Listen to this, because I love where this is
Okay.
going. If there was a way for you to incorporate some of our powerful blends to help your clientele even more and help you make some more money by upcharge, because that's what a lot of these masseuses that we have in business, they do. They actually charge maybe $15, $20 more utilizing the oils, but their customers are getting so much more satisfaction. Would that make sense to you to utilize blends like that and make some additional money?
Absolutely. Because I love putting a little oil, little drops of essential oil in the lotion and then having them ask me later, what did you do different from the last time? I have, some of my older clients and they were like, what did you do different than you did the last time? Just,
Perfect.
you
I
were a
mean,
little
listen,
bit more easier to work with.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I think this is kind of a perfect fit for what you do. And I know you said you're interested in making a little bit of extra money as well. You're really into the oils.
Absolutely.
One of the things about our oils is number one, they're all organic, all certified. They come with money back guarantees. Our clientele absolutely love them. And then you'll be able to actually turn around and you can introduce your clients to the oils after they've had this experience and sell them more oils and
Hmm.
makes even more money. Now, are you okay with more money? Are you okay with
Am I okay with more money?
that?
You
Yeah.
know how many more trips I can take with having
Uh,
more money?
all right. Well,
We
listen,
in.
this sounds like a match made in heaven. So here's the
Yes.
deal. This is what I want to do. I want to say this. Um, we have some good news and some better news. The good news is, unlike a lot of other companies that's out there, Tanya, we're not going to charge you any kind of exorbitant amount of money to get started with us in business so that you can get the order. So you don't have to pay $400 or $500 to start a business and everything else. What we actually want to do is give you access to everything. We're going to build out your websites. We're going to take care of the payment process, and we're going to take care of the shipping and everything else on our end. We're not going to charge you for it. The only thing that you have to do is place an order for some oils, and we'll get those delivered to you. It'll probably be to you if you're in California within a few days, because our home office is based in Ohio. So they'll be to you within a few days. We'll take care of everything. That's going to give you access to your back office, and you don't have to pay any money as far as getting started to get the business. Only thing you're going to do is go ahead and place your order. Now, with that being said, since you don't have to put out extra money to get started, this already kind of fits into what you're doing.
Right.
You think you're ready to go ahead and place your order for your oils today?
Of course I am. Yes.
Sounds like a go.
Yes, absolutely.
That sounds like a go. What I'm gonna have Nakia do is send you a link to her wholesale prices, so you can get the access at a wholesale cost, and you'll be able to then place your order. And once you place your order, I'm gonna have her do a few things. Number one, I know she said she told me you guys were connected on Facebook as well. So we have a few groups and a few chats that I want to introduce you to. One of them is a testimonials group, and you can see so many different people's testimonials. We have a team chat that we can make sure that we can support you and answer any questions that you may have. And then she also has permission to give you direct access to me, so that in the event you could not reach her, you can always reach me, and you can have access to the chats and group as well. Is that okay with you?
That's perfectly fine. Never
Perfect.
had something like that before, so this
Well,
is
listen,
awesome.
we're going to get you set up and set up right. Before I get off this call, I do want you to know, because Nakia doesn't often toot her own horn, but I
Mhm.
love tooting her horn for her. Just because she probably wouldn't tell you, but she's actually one of the top people at our company. She's what we call a platinum, on her way to the diamond, which is the top position in the company. She's helped so many people, and she leads an organization of so many people all across this world. She's one of the top trainers. She helps introduce the top speakers, on the call. I mean, this is what I want you to do. I remember when we were
Okay.
kids, we would get teased for playing the copycat game. But now
Right.
you're in a position where you can make so much money. I mean, you can literally make millions of dollars playing copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And the key is that right
Right.
cat. So if you hold on to her coattails, I know she'll take you into the atmosphere. Are you okay with taking that trip with us?
Holding on with both hands.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
No problem. Hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass the phone back to Nakia. She's going to go and send you a link. You can put that
Okay.
link in, and as soon as your order goes through, we're going to add you to our testimonials groups. We're going to add you to our team chats. And last thing, if you have a beautiful picture of yourself, please send it to Nakia, as we want to do a welcome plaque for you as well and welcome you into our family here. Is that all right?
Quite all right with me. You,
All right,
Mr.
perfect.
Jones?
Thank you. I thank you. I appreciate you taking some time to talk with me. Next time I'm in California, I will be making sure that you make some time for me. I'll make some time for you. And I'm not talking about business. I need a massage. So thank you so much, Tanya. I appreciate you.
You
You have a
got it.
fantastic
You got it at the
evening.
top of the list.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and let's get it. Thank you so much. And boom, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
the call is over. Now, all this time, Nakia is probably sitting back, I don't know, playing with her feet or doing something. The work that she did was very, very minimal. This allows
Yeah.
you, ladies and by the way, if you notice, she didn't interrupt. And she has her instructions. Nakia now knows, get her the link. And by the way, once you get your, don't just send somebody the link. Walk them through how to place their order. Make sure they're placing their order and everything else, because you'll get people to, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then they don't do it. So make the system work for you in your advantage. All right. But that's how the call is designed. The call is designed to actually take you out of position, put you in touch with an expert, let the expert do all the work. And really, what you should be doing is taking notes on what to say, any objections they may have handled, how they handle them, and different things, so that you can get ready to you be the expert for your next line of people that are coming in. It's not your job to have all your people utilize the same expert. You become the expert by doing as many three-way phone calls as you can and getting as good as you can do that as well. And guys, if you utilize the system, again, you can watch your business grow, because now Tanya's not just ordering. Tanya's not invested. Tanya sees the vision and saying, I can use these oils for my business. So it's not just about her doing a one-time order. Now she can grow this thing. And if she's getting that, and I'm gonna tell you, the oils, we all know they work like crazy. Like literally, that was a real story where I took Connect to my masseuse last week before surgery, because I had a crick in my neck that I could not shake for almost 2 weeks from laying in bed from my last surgery. And I had to have them rub that Connect. And once that was done, it was crazy how my muscles really relaxed. Like the oils work. So if she's got clientele that is really enjoying this, now she's got an open line of people that she can start talking to about this business as well. And Tanya sees, well, Nakia didn't do much work, but put me on the phone with this dude. He did all the work. I can do that. So psychologically, it puts her in the mind frame of saying, oh, I can do this as well. All right. And so you've introduced, without her even knowing, you've introduced her, your prospect, to a system where now they can say, boom, this is duplicatable. I can do this. I can put somebody on the phone with somebody else, let them do all the work, and I sit back and collect the check. All right. The PS3 system, I have worked this for over 15 years. Again, tens of thousands of reps that I've been able to put in the business and help the team put in the business. Now, do you have to use this system? No, you don't. But I'm giving you a tool that I have used that has helped me. You can choose to try to utilize it and let it help you, or you can choose not to. But we know things that are duplicatable usually has the most effect. So that being said, I appreciate y'all. Anybody have any questions on anything? I haven't even been able to watch the chat. You guys have been burning up in the chat. So if you have a question on anything, please raise your hand and we'll get you going up. I see Tommy with your hand raised. What you got, boss?
Well, it's a statement and a question. The statement is we are in a global business. So understanding time zones at the bare minimum in the United States, please learn your time zones, followed by the question. I know you touched on it in Vegas, and I'm going to probably speak for some people here that may or may not want to ask the question. But what is your strategy for qualifying the expert that you want to use? Because I know what's going to happen. Somebody going to try to use their sponsor as their three-way expert, and we know what could possibly happen from that. So the question is, how do you qualify your expert, boss?
Listen, this is when knowing how to pick the right sponsor actually comes in very handy. I hate to say it like that, but that's just real. And the reality is, you may have chosen a sponsor that is not very good at three-way phone calls, or not very personable, or whatever the case is. And you may not want to put them on the call with your prospects. And that's fine. And that's why I said also, get you a good upline or sideline, somebody that you can depend on that is willing to work. Now, I love doing three ways. I do them for my squad all the time. And I know Miriam is on here. I don't know if Tiara's on here. Nakia's on here. If y'all can just let me know. Miriam, if you could come off, Tiara, if you could come off mute or what have you. Every three-way that we've done, what has been the closing ratio?
100%.
100%.
100%. Right. And I'm not doing it just because, like, I'm doing it because I want them to learn how to become that expert. And so you got to work out with, your sideline or somebody, Tommy. If it's not your direct sponsor, you may have to go a few levels up. You may have to say, listen, I don't really have nobody upline. And sometimes that may be the case. But find somebody that you can do solid three-way calls with, and y'all lean on each other. That would just be my best suggestion. Because I'm not going to put my prospect on the phone with just anybody. That's just me. I'm not, and I know you're not as well. And I don't know anything about your personal sponsor, but this is in general. You kind of got to find that person. And ideally, they should have a financial interest in your business. Ideally, they should have, because people work harder for that. It just is what it is. And you have more trust in a person that has financial interest as opposed to somebody on the sideline, maybe that, whether they get started or not, it ain't gonna make no difference to them. So you'll tend to have more trust in people that are upline. And so sometimes you got to go a few levels up. Again, Will didn't sponsor me in this business. Well, not in HBM. Will sponsor somebody who sponsored me. But I never dealt with any of those people. I kept going upline until I found somebody who was capable of doing the level of professional calls that I needed. So sometimes you got to go multiple levels up, Tommy. All right. You got to know who you pick as a sponsor. All right, everybody else. We got Gwen up. Gwen, this call was for you, Gwen. Come off mute, please.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
No
I do
problem.
have a question. Now I got two questions. Now, I have someone that I've noticed lately have been following my posts, sharing my posts. So I'm looking at this person like as a prospect now, and I don't know their personality, what they are. So how do you go about that? Like when it's just someone on social media, but they are your Facebook friend, and but you don't know them personally. So you don't really know their personality trait to say anything about them, if they're married or whatever. Because sometimes when I go on people's posts, Facebook profile, sometimes they don't have all that information there, where they may be married or have children, but they don't have their children on their page. So how do you go about that?
Great question, Gwen. So my first response to this is I treat my business like a business. And in that, when I'm prospecting or talking to people, what have you, I'm looking to bring you in my business. Therefore, I treat it like I'm the boss because I am, right? And so when we go to talk, I'm going to ask you questions and qualify you. So for instance, let's say you and I are friends on Facebook, but we've never met. We don't really know each other. You, like you said, you follow me, you commented on some posts and things like that. I would inbox you. And by the way, one of the other things that you tell your expert is if they're cold market or if they're warm market. This really is designed for warm market, but the secret, ladies and gentlemen, to cold market recruiting is to turn your cold market into warm market. Why? Because we're in the relationship business. We are in the people business. Your job is to bring everybody to a warm market status, even when you don't know them. And how you get to know them is by talking to them, asking them questions. So in a situation like that, I would turn around and I would say, "Hey, Gwen, thank you so much for commenting on, my last few posts, man. You made some great points, or whatever the case, whatever small talk I want to use." And then I might ask you that qualifying question then, or I may wait and try to build a little rapport. If I chose to make the qualifying question now, so based on some of your last comments, let me ask you this, Gwen. When it comes to business or when it comes to making money, do you keep your business options open? And you may say, "Yeah, why? What do you got?" You say, "Well, listen, I don't have a lot of time right now because again, this is not the present time. Right now, this is my peak interest time, right? So I'm just peaking interest, and then we have to set up. Use that S. That S is to show them something, but it's for set up the time as well. So let me know when you can give me about 20 minutes time and be in front of a computer. I want you to take a look at something that I feel can really benefit you." Right? And I'm going to get that time. Well, you know what? I'll be free tomorrow about 3 p.m. You know what? That sounds good. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, another tip that you can use to narrow people into a certain time, for instance, Miriam will often hit me up and say, "Coach, what's your schedule like tomorrow?" And she'll ask me this open-ended question, and I got to run down my schedule. Oh, listen, I'm I'm at the doctor at this time, or I'm be at the gym, or I'll be getting a massage, or whatever the case is, and I'm free here. And she'll take that information. Then what you could do with your people is give them times. When can you give me about 20 minutes time tomorrow? Where we could be in front of a computer. We can go into this a little bit more in depth. I have around 2 o'clock tomorrow, and I have around 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Which one is best for you? So if you give people a choice, it pigeonholes them into picking a specific time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, again, old psychological trick. But in any case, here's the deal. Once I pique your interest by asking you a question, you've given me a time and everything else. When I call you up during that time, so if you say tomorrow 6 o'clock, I'm going to get information from you then before I give you the video. So I'm going to say, "Gwen, tell me a little bit about yourself." And I'm going to treat this time as an interview time. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, tell me a little bit about yourself because I want to see if this is going to be a good fit for you. What do you currently do? Where do you currently work? Are you married? Do you have children? I'm going to ask you those questions so that I can feed that information to my expert. But if I don't know it before because it's cold market, it's my job to still collect it. Now, I may not be able to get the personality type, but I can get the other information to know this is their name, this is their approximate age, if they're married, if they have children, where they're located, and everything else. So my expert still has something to grab onto. Okay, because again, we're in the rapport building business. And the only way for us to really make this work effectively is for everybody to be able to build rapport somehow. Again, it was my job to try to, talk to Tanya. And I know she's a dolphin, so I'll make little jokes about the massage and everything else, and I want her to smile. It was all psychological to build the rapport from her, right? So your job is to somehow, some way, again, I treat it like a business. I interview people. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you currently do for a living? You work, you're married, your children, what do you do for fun? If you had an extra, $100,000 fall into your account, what would be one of the first things that you want to do? Like, talk to them, interview them, get to know them. And then you can utilize that information and pass it on to your expert. So I hope that answers that question, Gwen. Did you have another question, or was that the only one?
I did. Are we recording though?
Here we are recording. You want to wait for another question after the recording?
Yeah.
No problem. All right, we'll come back to you. All right, Tanya, you got a hand up. What you got?
Okay, so because it has happened to me when I ask someone to watch a video or trying to expose them, and they say, just go ahead and send it to me anyway. So do I say, no, I want to wait till you have time? How do you approach that without being offensive to them? Because they want to see it on their time, but you're trying to get them to do it on your time.
Right. Okay, so here's the deal. If they wanted a job, do they just walk into the office and just interview anytime they want? Or do they have to make an appointment with the boss on this interview?
They
Again,
have to make
treat your business. Yeah, treat your business like a business. This is my business. I'm the boss. I'm the CEO of X Factor. You want to work with me, and I'm about to put you in touch with one of the biggest dogs in the company, and they don't got to look. It could be somebody that watch it, Tommy. If I wanted to use anybody on this screen, they're not my upline, they're not a six-figure earner or whatever, I could still edify them to that person and make them sound like they next to baby Jesus. Like, that's my job. To edify them, to build that respect so that they're going to want to listen to it. I don't got to say, they made six figures in industry. I can say, man, they came in this thing and started blowing it out the water immediately. I mean, I watched them hit the leaderboard, so often, it's just making money hand over foot, helping so many people. Like, talk to them. But if I edify them, they're not going to ask them, well, how much money you made? No, because there's the respect already built. So, Tanya, you got to utilize that same. Sorry for the recording. I used to call it BBT, big balls theory, right? I throw my balls on the table. Sorry, y'all, but it is what it is. Like be confident with your business. This is your business. You want in. I need to know when you're gonna have 20 minutes time when you can be in front of a computer so we can go over this in detail. Well, just send me the information. Well, that's just not how this works.
Okay.
When will you have 20 minutes? Well, you just can't send me the information? No, I can't. And remember what I said. We're in the sorting business. They may be telling you they are not right for you and your business and your organization. They're not coachable. And I ain't afraid to tell somebody, no, I will take this away from you in a heartbeat because I know I got the golden brick. I do. I got the golden brick. Wherever I take it away in a heartbeat and I watch them. And you know what they'll do? They're going to do what they would have done anyway. Absolutely nothing. But they'll sit back and they'll watch, and then I'm going to start. You'll see me pump some other things. Man, look at such and such that did get started. They followed the system. They made an appointment. Look at them. They already a silver, and whatever the case is. Oh, they'll come back. They'll come back later.
Thank you.
No problem. Listen, we're not bending our rules for people. Now, Tommy made the point earlier about there's people in the countries and different things like that. So we'll got to figure out time rules. But as far as this is the system. The system says, let me know when you have about 20 minutes you need to be in front of the people. That's it. I'm sticking to the system. Why? Because the system works. Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. Anything else? All of that rest of that is causing you too much stress.
That makes sense. Thank you.
No problem. Be confident with your business. Anybody else? Any other questions on anything? All right. Well, if you have no questions now, I want to thank everybody that showed up live and in person. As you know, this is where the heart is felt, because you get to interact, you get to the ability to get your questions answered and things like that, and you get the ability to tune in for the next part, which y'all are not going to see on the recording, which is the meeting after the meeting. That being said, for those that join us, I hope this made some sense to you. Again, you can choose to utilize this information or choose not to. It's totally up to you. My job as a coach was just to bring you something that I know that works, that has worked for me so many times in the past, and it has worked for every single person that I've introduced this system to. As long as they follow the system, as you heard from some of the people, their closing ratio has been 100%. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. My name is Coach Sonic, the People's Coach, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless. Everybody else, stand by.
Goodbye.